Have you ever stood outside an interview room and thought, maybe today won't be my day either? Honestly, there are thousands of talented people who fail interviews not because they are unskilled, but because fear slowly takes control of their confidence. Some people forget simple answers. Some people become nervous because of English. Some people start comparing themselves with other candidates sitting outside the room, and sometimes, before the interview even starts, they already feel defeated inside. So today, we are going to do something different. Today, we are not going to learn robotic interview answers. We are going to experience a complete real-life style interview conversation with natural speaking, small pauses, human emotions, confidence problems, pressure questions, salary discussion, career confusion, English fear, self-doubt, and practical answers that beginners can actually understand and use. And trust me, listen till the end. Because later in this conversation, you'll learn how to introduce yourself naturally, how to answer difficult HR questions, how to speak English confidently, even if your grammar is weak, how to answer salary questions, how to stay calm during pressure, how to handle rejection mentally, and the small mistakes that secretly destroy your interview impression. So, let's begin.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Please sit down.
Thank you, ma'am.
You look a little nervous.
Honestly, yes.
That's completely okay. Most people feel nervous before interviews. Even experienced people feel nervous sometimes. So relax. Take your time. Would you like some water?
Yes, thank you.
Feeling a little better now?
A little.
Good. So Rahul, tell me something about yourself.
Sure, ma'am. My name is Rahul Das, and I'm from Kolkata. I recently completed my graduation. I'm a simple and hard-working person who enjoys learning new things and improving myself step by step. I believe consistency and discipline are very important for success. And honestly, I'm someone who tries to stay calm and keep learning from mistakes instead of giving up easily.
That sounds genuine. Do you know what mistake most candidates make during self-introduction?
I think maybe they speak too much.
Exactly. Many candidates start telling their entire life story. Some even sound completely memorized, but interviewers usually prefer short, clear, and natural communication.
Yes, ma'am. Earlier, I used to memorize answers from YouTube videos. But when interviewers asked unexpected questions, I became completely blank.
That happens to many beginners because memorized answers break under pressure. Natural understanding always works better. Okay, Rahul, tell me about your strengths.
I think one of my biggest strengths is adaptability. At first, I may take some time to understand a new environment. But once I understand the workflow and the people around me, I adjust quickly, and I genuinely try to improve myself continuously.
That's good. What else?
I also try to stay disciplined with responsibilities. If I'm given work, I prefer finishing it properly instead of delaying it unnecessarily.
Now tell me about your weaknesses.
Honestly, I used to overthink a lot, especially before interviews or important situations. Sometimes I created negative outcomes in my mind before even trying.
That's very common actually. So, how are you improving it?
Now I try to focus more on preparation than fear. I also practice speaking slowly instead of rushing while talking.
That's smart. A lot of people think speaking fast means speaking confidently, but actually, calm communication sounds more confident.
Yes. Earlier, when I got nervous, I started speaking too fast. Then I realized interviewers couldn't even understand me properly.
Haha, that's true. Okay, Rahul. Why should we hire you?
Because I'm willing to learn. I may not know everything right now, and honestly, I may not be the smartest or most experienced candidate here. But I'm sincere, disciplined, and ready to improve myself. I believe skills can be learned if the mindset and attitude are right.
That answer feels honest. And honesty creates trust. Now let me ask you something difficult. What if we don't select you today?
Honestly, it would hurt. Whenever someone prepares seriously for an opportunity, rejection feels disappointing. But I also believe every interview teaches something valuable. So instead of giving up completely, I would try to understand my mistakes and prepare better for the next opportunity.
That's mature. Have you faced rejection before?
Yes, many times.
How did it affect you mentally?
At first, very badly. Every rejection reduced my confidence. Sometimes I felt maybe I wasn't good enough, and honestly, comparison made things worse.
Comparison with other candidates.
Yes, when you see people speaking fluent English confidently, you start feeling weak inside.
That's true. Social media also creates unrealistic pressure.
Exactly. Online, everyone looks confident and successful, but real life is different. Many confident-looking people are nervous internally too.
That's actually very true. So, how did you slowly rebuild confidence?
First, I stopped trying to become perfect overnight. Earlier, I thought I needed perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation, perfect confidence. But slowly, I realized communication matters more than perfection.
Very important point. Many beginners think broken English means failure. But actually, simple English with confidence creates more impact than fake fluent English.
Yes. And another thing helped me a lot.
What was that?
Practicing alone, I started recording my own voice. At first, it felt awkward. I even hated hearing my own recordings.
Haha, almost everyone feels that.
But slowly, I noticed improvement. I became more aware of my speaking speed, pronunciation, and pauses.
That's actually one of the best practices for beginners. Okay, Rahul, let's move to a rapid fire round.
Okay, I'll try.
Confidence or communication?
Confidence.
Why?
Because even simple English sounds powerful when someone speaks confidently.
Money or passion?
Balance. Passion gives motivation, but financial stability is also important.
Leadership or teamwork?
Teamwork.
Why?
Because even a great leader cannot succeed without a strong team.
What motivates you?
Progress. Even small improvements motivate me.
What's your biggest fear?
Stopping the effort.
That's deep. Okay, now back to interview mode. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself becoming more skilled, experienced, and capable of handling bigger responsibilities. I also want to become someone who adds real value to the company instead of doing only basic work.
That sounds professional. Now tell me, how do you handle pressure?
Earlier, I used to panic when multiple tasks came together. My mind became confused. But now I try dividing problems into smaller parts. That helps me stay calm.
Interesting. Do you do anything before interviews to reduce nervousness?
Yes, deep breathing.
Really?
Yes, it sounds simple, but it genuinely helps. When breathing becomes calm, the mind also becomes calmer.
That's actually scientifically true. Many people ignore breathing techniques even though stress directly affects breathing patterns.
Yes, and another thing, I stopped trying to impress everyone.
What do you mean?
Earlier, I wanted interviewers to think I was perfect. Now I just try to communicate honestly and professionally.
That's maturity. Okay, Rahul, Let me ask you a tricky question. Suppose your senior behaves rudely with you. What would you do?
I would try staying professional instead of reacting emotionally. I believe misunderstandings can often be solved calmly through communication.
And if your teammate disagrees with your idea?
I would listen carefully first. Good teamwork is not about proving yourself right every time. It's about finding the best solution together.
Very good answer. Now let's talk about one of the most difficult questions for freshers. Salary expectations. What would you answer?
Honestly, as a fresher, my first priority is learning and gaining experience. I believe the company will offer a fair salary according to my skills and responsibilities.
That's safe and professional. Many beginners damage interviews here by demanding unrealistic salaries immediately. Okay? Another question. Why do you want this job?
Because I want an opportunity to grow professionally. I want to improve my skills, gain real-world experience, and become financially independent. And honestly, I also want to prove to myself that I'm capable of more than my fears.
That answer feels very real.
Because honestly, most people are fighting internal fear more than external competition.
That's true. Okay, Rahul. What does success mean to you?
Peace of mind. Of course, career and money matter. But if someone loses mental peace while chasing success, something feels incomplete.
That's a thoughtful answer. What does failure mean to you?
Failure means feedback. It hurts, but it also teaches.
That's powerful. Okay, let me ask something personal. Do you still get scared before interviews?
Yes, even now.
Really?
Yes, but now I understand something important. Confidence does not mean the absence of fear. Confidence means moving forward despite fear.
That line is important, very important. And honestly, many people listening right now probably needed to hear that. And before we end this conversation, I want to say something to everyone listening right now. If interviews make you nervous, you are not alone. If your voice shakes sometimes, that's normal. If you've faced rejection before, that's normal too. The goal is not becoming perfect overnight. The goal is improving little by little. Practice speaking slowly. Record your voice. Speak in front of a mirror. Learn one answer at a time. And stop comparing your beginning with someone else's experience. Because confidence grows through practice, not through overthinking. And remember this. Interviewers are not searching for perfect humans. They are searching for real people who are calm, honest, willing to learn, and ready to grow. So don't lose hope because of a few failures. Sometimes, one interview can completely change your life.
If this video helped you, please like, comment your opinion, and tell me the next topic. Subscribe for more useful videos and turn on the bell icon.